Okay, let's have a great show, everyone.
Oh, yeah, good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck to you.
Right, that was Jane's Addiction, Just Because, on XFM 104.9. Right, everybody up, let's give them a great show, yeah? 2 hours of, like, fun, chat. Let's keep it, you know, let's keep it cutting edge. Let's not be too, I mean, that's what the listeners of XFM would, oh no, it isn't, is it? No, because, hold on, wait a minute, because we came in yesterday and did this little skit, didn't we, where we bleeped it out.
A little sketch, it was quite naughty, it was quite controversial.
Carl called me last night, and we're not allowed to play it out.
Oh, but we've been censored?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a cutting-edge alternative station. Wants to push the boundaries. Wants to be thought of as rock and roll, a bit punk rock.
Yeah, because I said something about the radio authority. I bleeped it out.
Sure.
What I called them.
Yeah.
But couldn't do it. Done it before.
Censored.
Couldn't do it.
Censored.
Carl agrees though. What's your thoughts, Carl? You agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Why?
Well, what's the point?
Well, it was funny, wasn't it? And it wasn't offensive.
Not really. It's not some of the best stuff that would have ever gone out on this show, but you know.
Right, what are you putting up against exactly? Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Well, that springs to mind.
Yeah. And Rockbusters?
But I mean, the thing is, you know, the things that you have put out there, I mean, we better be really careful. Who's worried about complaints? I mean, it's not just swearing, is it? It's taste and decency and everything.
Yeah.
So, we can't laugh about the disabled anymore in the Cheeky Freak of the Week. Can't do stories about elderly relatives with genitals looking like a split tennis ball. Can't do your bad dad putting a child with learning difficulties in a bin. So, what should we just play music?
I think that's all it's gonna have to be, yeah.
Accidents Will Happen by Elvis Costello on XFM 104.9. Carl's a little bit stressed, because it's not his fault. It was the boss that overruled him. He came along. What did he do? He heard you listening to it.
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said, what's that? I said, it's what Ricky wants to play out tomorrow.
Yeah.
And he said, well, can't go out like that. Too many...
But they're all bleeped. We bleeped the swear words.
Yeah, but he didn't want it to go out. I mean, you got to remember, right, you came in yesterday to have a chat about what we're going to do.
Yeah.
One of the topics that I said, let's talk about, which I came up with, was... Let's talk about swearing.
No, you said you never had a problem with swearing, which is normally...
Yeah, that's right.
And then we did the thing about, isn't it funny that you can... the thing about you can bleep a swear word by taking out the vowel. So we're going, so it's the vowel that's offensive, and we did a little sketch around that, and then ended, you know... he wanted to completely obliterate the word in the end, didn't want to put the thing in that we said about the radio authority, which I think it was valid and wouldn't have got a complaint.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's the boss, and what he says goes, doesn't it?
Sure.
So,
yeah, I was just gonna say,
right. But what you got to remember is what he also said is if you want to pay the 70 grand fine, then go ahead and do it, Steve.
There wouldn't be a 70 grand fine there, would there?
Well, you don't know what it'd be. But will you pay it? Will you pay for my mortgage? Will you pay for his mortgage? Will you feed his kids?
He wouldn't be fired.
What do you mean? Well, I tell you what, if it's not a fine, we'd lose the licence, then we'd all be fired.
Right.
When you're sat at home.
Do you seriously think you'd lose the licence for that sketch?
Well,
does he really seriously think you'd lose the licence? But it is not the worst thing we've ever put out or done or ever will do.
Yeah, but it's the fact that he said don't put it out, and you're like, you know, throwing your toys out the pram. I want to say it. I want to say it. How old are you? But you still want to put swearing out.
No, it's a discussion about the radio authority and the way people are interested.
Yeah, but leave it. Let's move on.
Don't get annoyed.
Yeah, but I'm annoyed because you've been at it since about 12:30.
I know. Well, I like to get in early to plan the show.
Yeah, but there's been no planning. So, to be honest, I'd turn off today, anyone listening, because there's nothing.
Carl, there's never anything.
There is. There's sometimes some good things, but today, seriously,
what is there?
I'd leave it.
Something half decent that's been on this show.
Loads of little interesting topics.
Go on, I can't remember any.
Right, gays in toilets.
Yeah. Not particularly interesting. Fascinating to you, perhaps.
Right, well, I'd prefer to hear that than just a load of swear words.
Well,
we wouldn't have heard any swear words, we'd have heard some bleeping.
Right then, so that's entertaining, isn't it? Load of bleeps.
It's because you don't want to stand up to your boss or say anything. Don't get annoyed with us.
I'd stand up to her if I agree with what I'm arguing about, but I'm not falling out with him over some crappy thing you want to play out.
Don't say crappy.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm not here next week, I tell you that. I've canned this in.
Don't say
so
crappy.
If Andrew is listening,
don't
someone else can be here next
crappy.
week.
Play a record. We apologise for the word crap.
That's out of order, we should be that.
Big Sir, The Thrills on XFM 104.9. Starting off another nice atmosphere again in the studio.
Don't blame me, it's not my fault.
No, I know.
Well, it's your fault, mainly.
Yeah.
You are bad, you are quite bad.
Well, come on.
Come on, you are.
Don't try and win him round just because he scared you.
I don't know who's that against. Is it me or him? I don't know now.
It's you.
Right, well, I'm not a coward.
No.
I'm not a coward.
Okay,
I'm just thinking of the listeners, Rick, and I just want them to be entertained.
Yeah. Luckily, that's not a big problem for us.
What, you mean we're effortlessly entertaining, or there's no listeners?
Well, yeah, somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Carl, what's happened to you this week, mate?
Now it's happened.
Come on.
Well, nothing's happened.
Come on, I came in, and he had an hour lunch break. You know, he's sort of like he never gets a break. I came in one day, he was out for an hour, I had a nice little chat with Andrew Phillips about, you know, where we were going with the show, and, you know.
Where are we going with it? You come up with anything?
Ah, dear.
It's how far we can run it into the grave.
Yeah, no, if we go off air, it certainly won't be through, being cutting edge or controversial, because people are just turned off because it's too boring to listen to. Brack. But he was out for an hour.
Having a lunch break for an hour, and always saying he's too busy.
I know, yeah.
It's interesting.
So,
Actually, on the subject of that, I noticed Dan here has emailed in. He says, I was listening to last week's show, and I think Carl has taken his job for granted. I'd love to swap with him for a week. My qualifications are that I can press play on a CD player and stop.
Carl, what do you think of that?
And it can come in next week, seriously.
Yeah. It says here...
Don't get ratty, Carl.
I'm not being ratty. Dan, email me. You know my address, email, it'll be sorted out, you can be here next week.
Dan suggested we could call it Carl Idol, where people audition each week, or perhaps Bone Idol.
I like that. Bone Idol.
Brilliant.
Have we got a monkey news, Carl?
Don't know if I can be bothered.
Play a record. Pretenders. Good.
Oh, dear.
On XFM 104.9. That's professionalism, isn't it?
Yeah, that is unbelievable. Ricky, you were, I mean, I don't know if I can describe it really, the scene. You were going mental, you were shouting, you were really being quite an unpleasant character. But
well, it's
wait, the mic's come on, Rick, and you're you're a charmer.
Funny how people get annoyed.
Carl said that we don't have to be here next week if Andrew gets annoyed. I went, this is entertainment. He plays us to entertain. We haven't done anything against the law yet, have we? Or offensive, or against the radio authority. Carl said crap, but I think we'll get away with that.
Yeah.
So what is there to worry about? Exactly.
Right, let's just draw a line under the beginning of the show.
Start again.
Seriously.
Come on.
Can we just hug and make up? Can we just have a big kiss?
Yeah, come on. No, don't do that. Just, Carl, what have we got?
What's on the list? We've done swearing, that's sorted out.
Well, no, your point was more that weren't you interested in why swearing people find it offensive?
Yeah, a little bit.
Because that seems obvious to me.
Because you were saying yesterday that you never understood why people find it offensive, weren't you?
That's right. Yeah. But I know.
Well, carry on.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying to you, why you can't do it on the radio, because people find it offensive for some reason. I don't agree with it, but some people do.
Yeah.
I'm saying everyone swears.
Bleep it out, I would. Bleep it out. Bleep it out, that's my theory.
But you say that everyone swears. Not everyone does swear. I don't know why you've got this in your head, that everyone swears.
I'm convinced. Everyone.
What? Everyone? Like, you know, religious people, religious leaders?
Jesus. I bet Jesus swore.
Right. What's your evidence for that?
No, I'm just thinking, I mean, things are better now than they were back then. Right?
Right.
He's wandering about in his sandals, getting pebbles stuck in there and stuff, and that's annoying. Nails in his hand, that must have hurt. What I'm saying is
that's offensive.
No, it's not though.
That's blasphemous.
No, but what I'm
don't laugh at the crucifixion. Play a record.
I'm not laughing at that though.
That is terrible.
I'm just saying.
No, you can email in if you want to complain. Carl.
Yeah.
.pilkington@xfm.co.uk.
Wasn't offensive though. I'm just saying it's a fact. When you stub your little toe, you let out a little effing and jeffing.
And what do you think is he? It's an effing and jeffing. So the kind of ancient Hebrew version of effing and jeffing.
Ooh, I'm worried about this. This is naughty.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. Just,
when did you start swearing?
I started swearing at school.
Right.
I hope you haven't offended any Christians.
Right, there's a lad at my school, right, who, got caught swearing. I mean, I got caught and I got...
When you say get caught, what was it? You were right behind the bike sheds having a swear.
Have you got any MF? Yeah. No, I've only got one C left, it's my dad's. Oh, come on, let's have a go on it. Let's say hunt.
Yeah.
Let me say the hunt.
No. Getting older kids to buy you some swearing.
No, look, just smoke it down to the cut.
Yeah. So you're right there, you're behind the bike sheds having a swear.
Yeah.
And a teacher hears him say, right, the S word.
The S word.
The S word.
Well,
yeah.
So, the way this teacher dealt with it, he said, right, it's not a clever word to use, and he tried to make him get sick of using it he had to write an essay using that word 300 times, right?
Yeah.
So
I would have loved that.
But
I
that's
would have
just
loved
practice
that.
for a kid.
But that is like the father catching the kid with a cigar
And making him smoke it all the way through.
Yeah. Doesn't work with heroin if you've got a young teenager who's jacked up for the first time.
Yeah.
It can be dangerous.
The funny thing is, though, right, his mum found his textbook.
Of course.
Thought he was depressed and wanted to take him counselling. Because everything was S. He was writing down, this is...
And did it work? Did it wean him
Nah,
off?
did it?
Yeah.
The teacher, I mean, he disappeared. He got kicked out for hitting a kid on the head with a bit of wood. So
It wasn't you, was it? That was funny,